Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Jenofeve Designs. Today we're going to make a pretty quick and easy insert for this little pocket that we have right here. In the last video we did the inside of this flip out and we matted this side as well. We matted all of this. I did want to point out that we did, I did off camera, I did take some pinking shears. These are like scalloped pinking shears, and I cut just a little bit, maybe just like 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 of an inch, not even 1/4 of an inch, just a tiny little bit off because it was getting caught on there. And let me show you these scissors. I don't know if I've already showed them to you or not, but they cut the tiniest little bit of a scallop. You could use your pinking shears too, the regular triangle-y looking ones, but I found these, so I'm going to be using both of them. You can also use decorative scissors if that's what you have. It's just fun to play. So if you want to see how we got to this point, I have a playlist specifically for this album, and it starts with the introduction to the Basically Amazing templates that we're using for this album. And this is the B size. The largest size in this set is A, but this is the next size down. So if you want to start at the beginning with the introduction to the templates, and then there's a flip through of all of the prototypes that I made before I released the templates, the add-on photo mats video, and then there should be the cover video for this. So this one is called the Gingham Gardens by My Mind's Eye. And as of right now, this paper collection is available. I don't know if they restocked or what, but I'll have all those links down below in the description box. So I don't know, did I say that the playlist, I'll link it up here and down below? I don't know if I said that. If I said that, then you can cut this part out. If I didn't, then you can click up there and down below. So what we're going to need, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So what we're going to need is, let me move this. What I've chose to do anyway is page 37A and 38A is a envelope, and it's the largest envelope in the set, and it's actually meant for the biggest album, but I think it'll be cute that it'll be sticking out from the pages, so you'll see what I'm talking about. So I went ahead, I printed 37A. Actually, I printed off the buffalo check background design. So I have the set of templates that's got the buffalo check, and the patchwork is what I'm using for this album. But I printed off the buffalo check, page 37A, and then we're going to mat the other side of it. So I've already obviously cut it out, inked it up, and I have scored it. It's ready to go. So then on 38A, this is the part that attaches to this to make an envelope. Well, I wasn't thinking, and I printed the buffalo check on this page as well. I just printed them both at the same time. Wasn't even thinking. But I'm not going to have this side showing. I'm going to have this side showing. So instead of wasting the paper, I'm just going to go ahead and use it. So this, let me move this. This is the mat for that. Whoa. Oh, is it stuck? Okay. So this is what it looks like. And then I just trimmed it out. And then on this very edge here, I did that, the scalloped pinking shears. Right? So I'll show you how I did that. I'll show you how I did that when I cut the mat. Okay, so we're going to need that anyway, so I'm going to grab that. Oh, and I went ahead and inked it, scored it, and put tape around all 3 of those. So I'm going to need the mat for that and for these 2. So let's grab them. I haven't used this yet, and since I made my workbook, so everything's stuck down really good. So we got the mats for those. And then I printed off 45 AD and 46 BC. I don't know why I printed off the BC one, but I have them both. And I printed them off onto coffee stained paper. So these are the inserts for the envelopes. So I thought I would use the insert inside of here, but then now I've got extra inserts. So I don't know if I'm going to be using all of them, but I had printed off the other one first, the one that belongs in the other envelopes. I don't know why I did that. I think maybe I was going to do multi-layered inserts. We'll see. We still might do that. So we've got those as well. I'm going to put this up. I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this down to this page. And I didn't even really need to do the buffalo check at all. I could have just printed off plain and matted everything, but I liked being able to see a little bit of it. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to burnish this down just a little bit. And we're going to remove the paper backing on all 3 tabs. And I'm going to use the glue stick to give me a minute. To position this directly on top here. I can't see. I know what I'm doing wrong. I can't get my head over it because of the camera, so I have to I have to come at it in a different way so that I can actually see what I'm doing. And I could have just taken the paper backing off of 1 tab at a time. No big deal, but I didn't. So even before we mat, let me show you what it's going to look like in that pocket. Okay, so here's the envelope. And let's move these out of the way so then it'll go in here like this. And you see how it's sticking out right there? I just think it's going to look super cute. It's going to look like a bunch of layers. Layers on layers on layers, right? So, and it's not going to stick out the book. Like it's not going to stick out this side. It stays in there just nicely, right? So that's what I was thinking. That's why I chose the largest envelope for that little pocket. Alright, so I've already pulled some papers. Let me show you what I pulled. This is from a scrap, a leftover scrap from another page. It still has like the number, the page number for where I printed it out. I don't know if you can see it. There you go. It still has that page number on there. So I'm going to use this, I think, to mat this part right here. I'm thinking that's what I want to do. And then this piece, this is actually the pattern paper. And on the other side is this pattern, but it was like a cream color or like an off-white. So I printed one of the shades of color. I printed number 12. This is what the Etsy listing looks like. I'll have it linked down below. I printed number 12 onto the back of this pattern paper, and I think I'm going to use that right there. So I think that's what the envelope is going to look like. And then on the, let me put this back up. I just wanted to show you what it looked like. So I cut my 12 by 12 down to run it through my printer. And then as of today's date of filming, which I'm hoping to get this filmed and edited and up today because I had a weekend, let me just say. Today is the 27th of April. So as of the day of this filming, these background designs, the semi-annual, you know, where it's twice a year I release the background designs, are available in my Etsy shop. So if you haven't already, go check them out. I'll have the video for that. I'll link it up here and down below. It was just last Thursday. But I'm going to use the script lines background. So I printed, this one was the 13 by 19 page. So it has 2 6x6s at the bottom, and then it has the 12 by 12. So I just cut everything out. So now I have these cute little 6x6s. So I'm going to use this paper to mat the back side of this envelope. But anyway, I'm super excited. So I hope you guys, and if you don't have a wide format printer, you can still, you know, you can still use the 8.5 by 11. You can just print the 8.5 by 11 portrait one and do the exact same thing. But since I have a wide format, I'm going to use it. And I was thinking about maybe printing the mat directly onto this, but I could just trace it out. I'm just going to trace it out. So I'm actually going to put these with my 6x6 paper pad so that I remember that I have it. So when I go to look for that size, it's in there. All right, let's start tracing out. This is what I'm going to use to mat the envelope. So I'm going to trace out. I want to use more of that flower. I guess I really don't care if that number's there. Let's see. I want to use this area, so I'm going to lay this down on here like this. And I'm going to trace that out. So I've got that piece, and then this piece doesn't really have a direction. So I'm going to lay this down here at the bottom, like this. And then obviously I'm going to trim off the border there. You can't hardly see. And then on this piece, I'm going to just trace out the whole thing here. I want it to be able to like write on the back of the envelope, like everything, like you could put a bunch of inserts with pictures and things like that. So I'm going to cut all of these out and ink them up, and I will be right back. Okay, got all three pieces. I need to cut the top off of that. I'm debating on whether or not I want to do some sewing. So I think that's pretty. See, the collection doesn't have a lot of pink in it, and I feel like it needs some more pink. So that's why I'm using my shades of color over top of the pattern paper. And then this is going to go on the back. So I'm debating on the sewing, and I'm debating on whether or not I want to trim this edge with the pinking shears. But let me show you how I got this edge. And the best way I've found to get a straight edge with pinking shears of any kind is I'm just going to lay my ruler on here, and I'm going to mark lightly about 1/4 inch from the edge that I'm going to be cutting. And the reason I'm going to do that is because now I'm going to take and I'm going to line up the little points on my scissors there. I'm going to line that up with that pencil mark. And I'm not going to cut past it. I'm going to have to come back and erase it. But that way, I have a nice straight line and even. And I'm cutting the same amount off of the main page as I am the mat. Right? So I ended up cutting that amount off, which it might be a little bit more than I did there. It may not have come a full 1/4 inch down, but either way. So I'm just erasing that pencil line. Now I need to ink it up. So I'm using the Distress Oxide in Walnut Stain. So then when I go to mat it, it's going to look like this. So I'm not even worried that it's not exactly an exact match, but it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? I really like it. So I now need to decide if I'm going to do any sewing to this, and if I want to do the same thing to this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Let's just see what happens here. That's super cute. Okay, I totally dig it. So I think it looks super cute. I'm glad we went ahead and did that. Let me bring it closer to you so you can see. Right? Doesn't it look cute? Okay. So now everything's ready. I just need to decide. I don't think I'm going to sew on this back piece here. I don't think. But I feel like I need to add something to it. So I'm going to hold off on attaching it just for now. Just for a minute. But I think I am going to sew on these two pieces. So this is a Singer sewing machine. It's called a Fashion Mate. Nothing super fancy. So I think I'll do a straight stitch down here by the scallop. Oops. And I might lengthen that stitch a little bit. Okay. So let me just do a random zigzaggy stitch. Let's just leave it as it is. Right, so it just gives it like a little bit of an accent here and there. I'm going to do it along this one side over here, maybe. And maybe just a little bit down here by the scallop. I'll have to trim some of these bits away. Don't need all that, especially on the back side. Okay, so there's one. See, that just looks super cute. I think it does anyway. And then what can I do on this one? Maybe the same thing. Just like that. And put this up. Alright, let me get rid of some of these. Okay, so we've got this and this. I love it. And I'm going to glue it down, and I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because of the stitching. Fabri-Tac by Beacon. Okay, so let's attach this down. Super cute. That even looks pretty on that side. And I'm not a really big fan of that side there, but it looks pretty. Of that color. I don't know why. I almost did a black and white. Have y'all seen the black and white backgrounds that I released? I almost did I'll have to show you if I can find it. I almost did black and white, like the stripe, black and white stripe on cream. Look at how pretty that would have looked too, right? So I almost did that too. But I changed my mind at the last minute. But those are available. Those are in my Etsy shop. There's 8 black and white designs. Okay, so we got that. That looks so pretty. And we don't need a closure because it's going to be in a pocket. So there's no need for that unless we just wanted it for decoration. But no need. Even though my page number is there, it's not really bothering me. Whoops. What's my camera focused on? It's not really bothering me. I think it looks okay. It looks fine. Okay. So I'm going to think on this for a second. I might get one of the embellishments or something out and stick it on there. Well, I don't know about that, but... Or try to find something I can fussy cut out. Maybe. Or maybe I'll get a journaling card out. None of these really have any colors, do it? Do it? Alright, let's see what my journaling cards. The flowers, the very important flowers. That's kind of pretty. Maybe fussy cut around that a little bit, maybe. Let's see, what else do we have? Maybe it's too big. Maybe it's too big of a flower. That's the same. Let's try something. Just because we've got a scrap, let's see if we can't make something happen here. What if we did... Oh, I found my pencil cutting scissors. My little cutter bees. I found them. We do something like this. Wow. Huh. Then it needs one more thing, doesn't it? Yes, it does. It sure does. What does it need? It needs a scallop punch. This may be completely silly, but let's see what happens here. like a little cluster. I like it. So I think I'm just going to glue these down. I might leave that side open. Ooh. I might leave that side open over there just for like a tuck. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to do the tuck. I mean, I might leave it open just a little bit. We'll see. I can't make up my... Oh, I didn't ink. I can't make up my mind. So... And then this can go right there. Yep, I like it. And then flip it this way, and we're going to trim it off. Yes, I love it. What do you guys think? Isn't that cute? I think it turned out super cute. Let's scoot this up just a little bit. Yeah, and now we can glue it down. And I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac since it's sitting right here. Yeah, I'm going to glue that edge down because it's going to be sliding into the pocket. So I'm just going to take the glue stick and just make sure I get all those little edges. Okay, so it looks like I love, love, love. All right. So really quick, I am going to cut, I think I'm just going to cut this 45 AD out for the insert. I'm going to ink it up. And I don't think I'm going to do anything to it. I'm just going to leave it as is for now. So let me do that real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I only cut out the one sheet. I didn't cut out the 46 BC, so I just cut out the, what I wrote it on here, 45 AD. So this is coffee stained cardstock, and if you don't want to do your own coffee staining, I've got a link down below to Etsy. There's a lot of Etsy sellers that do sell coffee stained papers and cardstocks, so if you want to check that out, feel free. But I think I did go ahead and ink both of them up, and I think I'm just going to put the big one in here and leave it be and just like let it be. I'm not going to do anything to it right now, but I'm going to put this over here in my stash of stuff that I can use because I don't think I'm going to use that right now. So let's stick this in here real quick to see what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. That looks super cool. Right? You can just barely see it's under there, but it's like, I just love it that it's layers, it's sticking out further. I just totally think it's cool. Okay, so while I was inking that up, I got to thinking about this little spot right here. It seems awful plain. So I picked out some things to do here. This is one of the embellishments, die cuts. I just trimmed out a little bit closer because it had a really big white edge, and I thought about sticking that down here and then making a couple of tags. So I took that same script lines, this one was the 8.5 by 11 size, and I printed 4 to a page. So it kind of shrunk it down. It's actually a little bit over 3.5 by 5 or something like that for my printer. So I just kind of cut them down. I cut 2 of them down, 2 different heights. One of them I tore the edge, and what's the width here? What did I go with? I cut them to 3 1/4. Whoops. 3 1/4, and then one of them is, well, I guess I could have told you that too. One of them is 5 3/4 long, and one is 4 7/8 long. So I thought we could make these into a couple tags that would go in here like this. But I'm feeling like this needs something else, not just that. But let's work on the tags. So I've got this little strip from something else. Put this in my stuff I could use later. So this was a shades of color number 22. So this was in my Crafty Companion, one of my trays, and I thought I would put these like as toppers. I don't know if I'll do it on both or not. Maybe at least one, and then maybe I can find something else for the other. What about if I did this? Again, to kind of match a little bit. What if I did that? Well, there's a thought. Maybe I could do that. Okay. All right. So, I'm going to mess the edge up just a little bit on both of these, because I don't know how far I want to come down. So I'm just going to put glue on the top of each one of these. And then I'm just going to lay this on here. Like that. And then this one over here. Like that, because I think I'm going to do a hoe reinforcement on there as well. So let's trim this off. I'm trying to make the most out of all of my scraps here. Probably won't keep that. So there's one, and then this one. And then there's the other. It's so cute. Alright, I'm going to ink the 3 edges there. Okay, and then the hoe reinforcement. Do I want to use the brown or the coffee stain? Let's use the coffee stain. These are Avery hoe reinforcements. So I'm just going to stick it on here, try to center it. I'm not going to measure. Ooh, I wonder if should I stitch, you think? I might stitch. Maybe, maybe. We'll see. And same thing here. I don't think I'm going to sew. I think I'll just leave it be. Because we're going to put some twine on there, so I think we'll just leave it be. Oh my gosh. Right? So these will go in here like this. And I guess they could even come out just a little bit. don't know. I feel like this needs something else down here. I don't know what exactly. Get my twine. This is just the hemp twine stuff. This stuff, a cord. It's really twine, but it says on a cord. But anyway, so like here, like that. Or should we have it just attached down like here and here? Ooh. What if we did do that? We attached it down. We could do boop, boop, to where it looks like there's something happening. So I'm going to grab these black ones here. And let's see, maybe attach one here or put one here like that. And then over here, oops. So then we're going to have glue. And then we'll have those. Yep, not too much glue over there. Alright, let's make sure it'll still hold the magnets anyway. Ooh! This magnet said, where's it at? Whoops. Whoops. Yeah, rethink. Well, that stinks. I can only have one because of the magnets. So where can I put this one? Well, I guess I'll just have to hang on to it and put it somewhere else. Yep, I'll just have to hang on to it. So because of my magnets, I couldn't do both of my little inserts, but I'll still like it. I still think it's super, super cute, but I still feel like there's something missing down there. There's like, what could it be? What could it be? Okay, well then I will put this with the other embellishments that I already have, like my little circle punches and my scallop circles. Yep, and these that I ended up not using, and the envelopes that we've already printed out that we could use, I'll just put it in here. So it's ready whenever I need something else. When I need a little extra something. Okay, oh, let me put that up. I'm about ready to lose that. Alright, you guys, I think that is all I'm going to do today in this video. So be sure to give me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and leave me a comment and let me know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And don't forget to go check out my Etsy shop, especially right now because of the background designs being there. They won't be there always, so depending on when you're watching this. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys. I will see you next time. Bye.